If you haven't heard the news by now, the critical rate on Necklace and Cuckoo Flame armor unfortunately does not give double crit. It is a visual bug. Evil Do Us Harm has done extensive testing and came to the conclusion that double crit doesn't exist. The good news is that you will still want to use Crit Necklace and Cuckoo Flame Crit Armor, as they are the best in slot in my opinion. The bad news is that without double crit, it is almost impossible to have level 15 on all stats with a dual wield build without sacrificing damage dealing Abyss gears. And honestly, I do not recommend putting more than one stat Abyss gears on weapons. If you want to keep running dual wield and have the most optimized build, just copy what I'm doing. This build has level 10 crit, level 15 attack speed, level 15 movement speed, and level 15 fire resistance, while using 8 damage dealing endgame Abyss gears and only 3 stat Abyss gears. The reason why I am settling for a level 10 crit is because crit rate in Crimson Desert is linear. You have 5% base crit and every level gives you 2.5% crit rate. So at level 10 I will have 30% crit rate, which is enough. Because 42 attack is the breakpoint where crit becomes more valuable. But since both swords will have around 47 attack, the difference between level 10 and level 15 crit is very minimal. That's why I have swapped back to the attack speed one-handed swords, because both swords will count for 4 attack speed across the whole character. On one sword I am using Grey Soul Howling for turning slash, Piercing Bloom for stab, and Inside 3 for 3 crit, while second sword has Crow's Pursuit for heavy attack, Abyssal Rays for light attack, and Inside 3 for 3 crit. With 4 crit from Necklace and 3 crit from Cuckoo Armor, you cap out at level 10 crit. For level 15 attack speed and movement speed, you will need these exact 3 items. Skyblazer Cloth Helm that has 1 movement speed with a 35% turning slash damage Abyss gear. Tariv Cloth Gloves, which are best in slot gloves with level 3 attack speed at max refinement, with Volcanic Eruption and Flames of Judgment, since we are using Flame Elemental Imbue. With 8 attack speed from 2 rings and 4 attack speed from 2 swords, with gloves you cap out at exactly level 15 attack speed. For level 15 movement speed you need Tariv Cloth Boots, which have level 3 movement on max refinement, on which you will add Haste 3 for 3 movement speed, and Relentless, which increases your damage on consecutive attacks and gives you this combo counter in the top right. Relentless is very broken in the endgame because one combo hit is around 1% more damage. With 8 movement speed from 2 earrings, 1 movement speed from helm, and 6 movement speed from boots, caps you exactly at level 15 movement speed. Cuckoo Flame Armor gives 10 fire resistance, which you pair with any cloak that gives 5 fire resistance, and you can cap at level 15 fire resistance as well. This is a well-rounded and well-optimized build that uses 8 damage dealing Abyss gears without stacking 2 of the same, because stacking is very inefficient. The only big downside is that your character will look like ass because you are using different gear from a few sets. So good luck making it look good. A lot of you has been asking for my graphical settings and keybinds, so here it is. I have a 4070 Ti Super and a Ryzen 7 7600X with 32GB of RAM. Graphics settings under the video tab, I am playing at exclusive full screen on a 1440p resolution with an Nvidia DLSS 4.5 on a quality preset. Native and DLAA use up too many frames and make the game blurry, which I don't really like, so I use quality, which increases FPS and makes the game sharper. I also use FrameGen, even though yes, I know those are fake frames, but it does make the game smoother regardless. I used Ray Reconstruction before with DLS 4.5 performance preset and the game looked incredible while maintaining playable FPS. But my game was crashing every 10 minutes, so I turned it off. The actual graphic preset is this. I watched way too many Crimson Desert benchmark videos to find the most optimized settings that made the game look good, So you can pretty much copy paste these settings, as the ones being on Ultra have very little impact on FPS but make the game look visually good, and the ones on High or Medium, I would go to even lower settings if you have older PC specs, as those settings eat a lot of FPS but won't make your game look too bad. Under accessibility, for the love of God, don't use camera shake, blur and depth of field. I know it adds immersion, but it is just such an unnecessary setting in any game. Well, you can keep particle effects quality at 100. The keybinds. I play on PC on mouse and keyboard, so the first thing you will want to do is turn up camera acceleration to 100. Even on controller you should probably do that, as on 0 you will have this weird input lag and delay when rotating camera that just doesn't make any sense why it even exists. I left everything else on default, so here are my keybinds for mouse and keyboard. I did change a lot from defaults. I use V for evade and C for blocking, which are two most important ones. Instead of using two inputs for each of the attacking skills, I have completely rebinded all of the ones that are important and that I use. All to the keys that fit my playstyle, using only one input, so it makes it easier to combo enemies without breaking my fingers trying to press 8 buttons for 2 skills. Overall, dual wield build is still my favorite build, mainly due to high attack speed, fast moving attacks and huge damage. I was able to clear every single main story boss and every single open world boss with this build, and I have no plans of swapping to anything else. Most people think that dual wield is just holding one button and everything dies. While that is somewhat true, there are some very cool, very stylish and very efficient hidden combos you can pull off with dual wield swords, which I will show you in the next video. So consider subscribing, otherwise you might miss it.